This deck is tagged for your viewing / roasting pleasure. Sure, let's do it. Turbocharge. Yes, we put the anthems in the anthem pile. Miss cards. This makes me want to cut these like immediately. Miss cards. Let's fucking just get rid of these. This is room for synergy and fun stuff. If you ever have the tab miss cards in your fucking deck, in my opinion, I love cutting these. Bulk treasure, sure. Draw, sure. Yeah, we're gold wanking it. And we're just like, here's some stuff. Ever listen to Guitar Wolf? No. So hear me out. What if we take out the cards that you've labeled misc cards? Okay, that one's kind of good. I don't like Master here. This is just kind of slow. I think there's better options. All right. Let's read the blurb. What do y'all know about Steely Dan? Okay, man. Dude, literally deep cut. What do you all know about Elvis Presley? Anyway, smack people with bags full of gold. Check the primer. It is extensive. Oh, shit. The primer, entire dedicate. Okay, I see. Just read the primer, idiot, is what this says. Treasure, but not for mana. Turns out Vahan exists. Okay. Treasures beat people to death with them. Sounds good. So Titanic as soon as possible. Hit them, make a bunch of treasures. Just basically make as many treasures as possible and then kill people with it. Okay, so we're having trouble staying alive. I don't think I like the ritual concept. I think I prefer slow and steady mana advantage. So I don't know if I'm on your ritual plan. I think we can focus on stability and kind of work our way up. I think I'm fine with that. So stability, not dark ritual. These are fine. Rite of Flame. Mana Vault's a little hard to maintain stability. So I think I just want to move you more into like kind of hate bear vibes. I don't really like the feeling of these talismans, maybe. Like, I think we should be sacrificing speed for consistent early game. I know Strike It Rich makes a treasure. I just don't think it's that high card quality. Because I do think there's a way through here. Yeah, I don't have a bot because I'm lazy. Everyone, the person who did exclamation point coffee. But I do have mods that can do it for me. Mods, get them the coffee link. Don't we have like sacrifice treasures deal damage, says YouTube chat? No. So we're not going to be using the abilities of treasure in any way in this deck. I don't want to focus on that. That's not the point. That is not the point. Sacrifice, like putting Marionette Master in this deck feels like it's betraying the theme of I want to hit people with my treasures. Dog, I need to keep it a $150. When are we using Flare of Fortitude? What are we sacrificing? Elishnorn? Our commander? Like, that should be a Selfless Spirit, I think. Yeah, like, these should be, like, things that's in play. So, like, for me, it's, like, Boromir. Free spells are banned. Can't cast free spells opponents. Also protects my board. Selfless Spirit. Comes down early, blocks, or protects my board. Does both. You have the stupid dog. Anok Strike Leader. Need to protect the treasure tokens on other people's turns. If your treasure tokens get blown up, like, okay, here, just do Dawnstruce. But also, it's way harder to interact with a bunch of treasure tokens. If you are getting Vandal Blasted in this deck, I think that's just, you should just accept that, man. Nilantiv, thank you for the tier 1. Yeah, so I like Dawnstruce way more than the other one you were running. And I get needing to protect treasure tokens on opponents' turns, but what I'm saying is, like, what if we mix and match and just, like, not go all in on the treasure tokens? That's a way to increase the viability of this deck in a way. Like, we're go wide Mardu. Let's get a Collector's Cage in here. I always love a good Collector's Cage. Windbrisk Kites. White. I like these white Hideaway. All right, Windburst Kites. Perch Protection. I'm not going to... The 6 mana protect your whole board is not a rate that you want to pay. Yeah, if you're... I'm an artifact deck. I'm not building my deck around a Vandal Blast rocking my world. I'm playing... Like, does it happen? Like, do I put things that give everything indestructible? Yeah, sure. But I'm not Vandal Blasting the treasure token player because they have a billion treasure tokens, right? I get being a little bit afraid of it. That's why I'm like, okay with Dawnstruce. You could maybe rock, like... something else like Dawnstruce, but I don't think you should be going that in because I think it's just really easy to replenish the treasure tokens even if they do get blown up. Okay, they are assassins and constructs, so... Do we have mono reg smog? Yeah, I think so, right? Question mark? Smog the Magnificent, he's right here. Out of 10 games, 6 of them had something to nuke my treasures. Okay, that is like a little problematic. I just don't think his Vandal Blast is being that common of a card anymore, but I guess there are other things, so we can focus on it a little bit harder. Yeah, it's stupid. I just think you replenish your treasures really fast. Search your library for a vehicle card. I see. Okay, that's fine. But, like, you're not running Professional Facebreaker, so I don't know if I trust your opinion on anything. Like, what are we doing? Whenever one or more creatures you control deal combat damage to a player, create a treasure. Huh? In my fucking token deck? You don't run Grim Hireling? Knuckles? Knuckles is a Sonic card, so I don't typically think of it as like something that's available for a deck, but we could put Knuckles in. Shadow? No, I don't like Shadow. Well, that's like kind of too focused on cracking the treasures, which we don't want to do. I'm thinking like Naali. Attacking tokens you control have double strike. I really don't like Siphon Mind here. Winds of Abandon. Yeah, we are not doing Mirkwood Bats. We're not doing Marionette Apprentice. We're not doing Marionette Master. We're not doing Nadier's Nightblade. We're hitting people with the treasure tokens. Treat this like a tokens deck, not like a treasure deck. That is what I'm asking chat to do. Dismantling Wave's so fine. I don't like Pirate's Pillage that much, though. So I think we go like Detectives. Phoenix. And then you can do, honestly, Captain Lantern is just fine. Generous Plunderer. I like more, I think. Okay, it's already in. My fault. My fault. Don't kill me. Treasures Taker Caretaker's talent, do they? I thought it was creature token. Whenever one or more tokens you control enter, draw a card. Yeah, sure. And it's like an anthem up here. That's pretty good. Mardu Siegebreaker. We don't. That's like an ETB card. That isn't a tokens card. Also, I don't really like Gold Hound. What do I give haste to that matters? I'm gonna pull it up right now. It's well, giving flying to professional Facebreaker is really good. Makes just her unblockable. I don't like Simeon. Once again, we're trying to favor stability here. Demir Houseguard gets to Titanic. That's fine. But I want to add the raccoon. Prosperous Bandit. Whenever this creature deals combat damage to a player, create that many tapped treasure tokens. Pretty cool. Oliphant. Oliphant's a thing you can give haste and then evasion, and then also it feeds the Detective Phoenix as well if you cycle it early. I like this little package a lot. We could go Mizzium Mortars. Right, these Mizzium Mortars and Winds of Abandon, both clear blockers. This is just another copy of Winds of Abandon in your deck. Food Fight Overcooked in here. I don't... It's ass and off theme, so why am I putting it in the deck? If it's off theme and also ass. You can't be both of these things, right? It needs to be one or the other. It needs to be good. Or it needs to, even good and off theme's pretty bad. I kind of just want to keep everything on theme. How about Plum? Plum's off theme, I think. We're cracking treasures for Plum to work. I don't like that idea. I want to keep my treasures around and use them to hit people. We already have Depth Shaker Triton. Okay, great. Plum also makes them too. Whenever he attacks. That does feel pretty slow, but it's probably fine. What I like about Prosperous Bandit is it makes a number of them equal to the amount of damage that he's dealt. No Gleaming Splendor. I think that card is total okayness outside of like where's our for me when I look at Gleaming Splendor, I'm like, where's my Howling Mine? Where's my draw 2 cards effect for each player? We don't have that. Therefore, they said no Plum. Sure, you can get rid of Plum. People like Gleaming... I don't think people think about like cards like Gleaming Splendor. They're like, oh, it's close enough to Smothering Tithe. And it's like, well, it's only really meeting the ceiling that's incredible and awesome where I'm like jumping in the air and clicking my heels when I have a fucking Howling Mine in play or like some other way to gift cards to people. And it's just like, that's not what this deck is doing. We're beating you to death with tokens. We don't have time for Splendor. Oh, her attack, it's a token tripler? No way, dude. I'm not putting a 6-mana card in my deck that wants to beat you down with tokens and like curve out. I don't know. I just don't like that idea. Samuel, Avenger Ace is neat. What? Vehicle or artifact creature? 1, 2, 3, 4. So it hits 4 cards in our deck. Yeah, dude, this is nothing. Gold Lust Triad? Yeah, Gold Lust needs to be in. Gold Lust Triad is awesome. Hits each opponent. That's a good thing to haste. At this point, I kind of want Arena Glory. I think Treasure Vault. Treasure Vault's a good way to turn infinite colorless mana into infinite mana of any color. It's not really like a treasure card. You know what I mean? We already have a bunch of board wipes in the deck, in my opinion. Like Mizium Mortars, Winds of Abandon, etc. Like, we have a lot. But yeah, Naali's a slam dunk. What's the name of the 3-mana Mardu fellow that taps and sacks artifacts to make Thopters and constructs? We're not sacrificing our treasures. We need to hit people with them. If there's anything that sacrifices treasures, chat, I don't want to hear about it. I don't want to hear a single word about sacrificing treasures. Jan Jensen? Banned. No way. Alibu's a little something. This is maybe something. I think he might be a little slow. But hey, Detectives Phoenix, Arena of Glory. Make him better. Make him better for sure. Knuckles. Knuckles is... Can I put Knuckles in your deck? I don't know. I feel like people feel strongly about the Sonic cards. Imskir? Imskir's a very good call. This is a refresh for the century. I don't care if you Vandal Blast me after I cast Imskir and draw 6. That one has the same problem as Hellkite. Oh, does it say I win at the beginning of my turn? Gay. It doesn't bypass the combo step, the fucking combat step. It's fucking... It's a professional face breaker. You're probably going to beat people to death before you have enough treasures to trigger them and win. Oh, I don't want Grim Mantle into my deck. Not no more. Elk 1.0 erasure going on in that thumbnail. Yeah, it's because I just don't have it on this computer. I have it on my old computer. Okay, really not. It's fine. Okay, I don't know if we need like multiple of these. Do we also have like Demolition Field? No. Because I do prefer Demolition Field in that slot. And then we can go... And we already have Wasteland. You know what? Fuck you. You don't need this much. And then I think we go up a... Amaria's Call. Mahadi seems secure. Mahadi's too much like sacrificing treasure tokens for me to like it. Cyberman Squadron. Does that work or do they enter as treasure tokens? Because I think they just enter as normal ass treasure tokens off the Myriad, don't they? Yeah, they have Myriad, so you're going to get 2 treasure tokens that are tapped. Patrol. The one with the Flicked 3. That's probably fine. It's $22 fucking dollars. That's not worth that much money. It's just not. Perforos Bronze-Blooded. What? Can you read? That's mean. I'm sorry. I take it back. But also, Perforos Bronze-Blooded for what? Oh, Bronze-Blooded. I thought you meant fucking God of the Forge. And I'm like, dog, the treasure tokens don't enter as creatures. This is the beginning of combat. I was like really concerned for your well-being for a second. I still don't like Bronze-Blooded. I just don't think our high end is that good. Especially our red high end is just not that good. Reconnaissance. I could see Recon being pretty decent. Reaver Cleaver. Yeah, I mean, I get the idea. Maybe just Mother of Runes. Can't go wrong. Stop people from nuking us. This is just like a... Mother of Runes is like a pillow fort card. I hope everyone realizes. You get to block 1 creature for free every turn. Webstalker Ardent might go crazy. We're just not... We're not doing anything that bypasses combat, guys, please. Okay. We're gonna go with Elegant Parlor. Deep breath, everyone. It's fine. Goodbye, Savai Triome. Goodbye, Minds of Moria. Hello, Elegant Parlor. Rockos Theater. Moria makes treasures. Dog, I can read. I know. It doesn't make them fast enough or sufficiently enough to be worth running over a fetch land or a surveil land. Like, okay, here's Flooded Strand. Crack. Elegant Parlor. Why not just cut the fast lands? Because the fast lands are good! They're good! They're good. The fast lanes are good, and you're crazy. Arena of Glory on top. Next turn. Polluted Delta. 1, 2, 2. Noble's Purse. Enters tapped. Add 3 counters. 1, 2, 3. And then we're going to fetch 4 Raucous Theater. Oh, if only we had Minds of Moria in this situation. Ooh, I will take a Ragavan. Okay, Dink, make a treasure. Red. Actually, we could do some like hasty Ragavan bullshit tricks here. They don't teach this in Ragavan tricks class. Okay, Collector's Cage, Hideaway 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. We're going to Chronicle of Victory. And now we have 1, 2, 3, 4 artifacts. And we have 1 mana floating from Soul Ring. So we could sack this treasure to cast Imskir and draw 2. I don't think that's worthwhile. I think I'd rather just develop Ragavan and pass. Detective Phoenix is also very good on Ragavan. Command Tower, tap Noble's Purse, make a treasure token. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we could play Vahan. Combat. Both of these treasure tokens become creatures. And then we go Soul Ring activation. Chronicle of Victory, because these are 3/3s. And then one of them's a 4 power. One of them has a +1/+1 counter now. Or you can put it on Vahan, and now you have 3 different powers from among creatures you control. And you cast Chronicle of Victory, and you name Assassin. Or Construct, whatever. Swing, swing. They have haste, right? Nope. No, they have Vigilance and Haste. Yeah, of course they give you everything. Anyway. So, swing with your creatures. If we're playing Phoenix, is Anger worth playing as well? So, you would think so. However, Anger requires discarding Mountain and creatures that you want to have haste. We have creatures that we want to have haste, but Vahan already kind of covers that. So what's left? We need enough mountains. We have enough fetches, maybe. We could probably get away with that. Where we're falling short, do we have ways to discard cards? No. So I prefer just Detective Phoenix. We already have Vahan. I like Arena of Glory better. So anyway, there we saw the Collector's Cage kind of working out very well. Go wide theme. Right, it's very easy to kind of cheat the cost of these expensive objects that we're running with this card. Very strong in these tokeny style decks. Clive, we are pretty red. I'll give you that. Like, Clive could be a stellar refill. I don't know if I really like... No, Search for Glory is to get RMS Titanic. That makes sense. Okay, maybe no Aniok Strike Leader. I still like Selfless Spirit in the stack and Boromir, but I think we should probably go up like just Idol of Oblivion. I want to suggest there and back again to make 14 treasures, but it's too slow. I agree, sadly. Marry the Killing Quill. That just gives Death Touch, right? It's just so okay. Why cut Strike Leader? So it only gives the indestructibility to our tokens on our turn. It does make the board go wide, but I don't think we're having any trouble with that. I'd rather just have the card flow of Idol. Anyway, Surveil 1. Top. Next turn. Swamp. 1, 2. Scuzzback Scrounger. Next turn. Hey, I Blight 1. Okay. Mountain. 1, 2. Idol of Oblivion. Draw a card. We made a treasure token. Next turn. Blight 1. Sure, I'll kill this. Make another treasure. Draw a card. Here I might just pass. And then you can fetch and get a swamp or whatever. And then you go 1, 2, 3, 4. Big score. Discard a card. Probably Alibu. Draw 2. Make 2 more treasures. Everything we control has haste anyway, so might as well. Okay, so here I would go Vahan. Swing our objects. These have vigilance. Flooded Strand fetch for... We already have Elegant Parlor. And we don't have black or red for Raucous Theater. Okay. There's Goldlush Triad. This is where like Arena of Glory would be very good. Or Detective's Phoenix, right? Detective's Phoenix is also online. 1, 2, 3, 4. RMS Titanic, Crew 3. I guess we can Crew 3 with one of our treasures. Swing this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Like here, I am very curious about the over-under of casting Elish Norn if you think an opponent has like a Bane of Progress. Where like you just crack these like 5 treasures and hedge against like mass artifact removal. Like I think that's right to do sometimes. And I think that is a very interesting thing to explain. Or to explore. Like when is it worth casting a spell with the treasures versus leaving them up as blockers? That's a very fun kind of dynamic. Combat. Boop. These all are... Like, this is curving out very well. I've not had any issues with anything. Is Alibu ever going to do more than 3 damage? Well, that game he would have dealt like 1 billion if we didn't discard him. So, like, look at our board state. Alibu would deal 6, and we wouldn't have cast Elish Norn probably in that world. So, or he would have done more. Because Alibu is... Tapped artifacts. Oh, tapped artifacts, aka doesn't work with vigilance. Yeah, that's actually true. Vahan doesn't keep them animated on other people's turns. When did I say otherwise? Yeah, guys, don't worry, I got there. Misty Mountain's cold. Let's read it. That's the one that makes a treasure, makes a treasure, makes a treasure. Yeah, I don't know. I cut this card. Okay, never mind. I'm hallucinating. All good. Build my first mono blue deck. It's really silly. I'm glad. Blue's fun. So Reaver, it's a lot of mana. It's 3 mana is a lot. Dog, you're being very facetious because it's 3 mana and then 3 mana to equip. Like, it's not... It's 6 mana. Or is it 2 mana to equip? No, it's equip 3. Oh, right. Equip cost. Yeah, dog, this is not an aura. Yeah, this is fun because normally I'd be like, yo, we got to get Kalain Reclusive Painter in here, but she's off limits because we're not cracking these treasures, dog. Anything else with affinity for artifacts that might help fill up the last slot? You could just do like Dispatch. It feels like we're using our mana very efficiently. A 1-drop removal spell is pretty solid, and one that is just high floor is pretty cool. Why not? And you can run the cool art with Liberty Prime beaming someone. Prosperous Partnership. That is a good recommendation. Make 2 citizens. Tap 3 untapped creatures you control. Create a treasure token. So because they have vigilance, you're able to do that ability. That is pretty solid. I think I do like that more than Minimus. We did just add another removal spell, so. Refurb. Refurb's okay. Refurb's just okay. I don't know if I really like it. I like Refurb a lot if we're like copying it or flickering it, right? Do I want another land? Probably not. I have 3 in my hand already. Behold the power of Surveil. Oh, we get a land anyway, but it's fine. We would have gotten 2 lands instead. Think about it like that. All right. Think we'll make a treasure token. Honestly, here, we don't have enough creatures to play Vahan, and we actually don't even have the mana to play Vahan yet, so I'm just going to Caretaker's Talent. All right. Next turn. Treasure token. Draw. Okay, that's interesting. That's very interesting. Wow. Two. I think you do cast Vahan here. You hit someone with a couple treasure tokens. You maybe crack a treasure token after combat and make a new treasure token just to level this up. But that's it. Next turn. Treasure draw. And then here is when you go. Yeah. Turnover. Black, 1. Beseech. Treasure token. Titanic. Animate treasure. Think. Swing. Make a billion. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then this turn, 1, 2, 3, 4. Upgrade Caretaker's Talent. Ta-da. These are all 5/5s, so they're fucking dying. Titanic is affected by summoning sickness? I thought it had haste. I had no idea. Greater Claw. Yeah, I mean, that's insane. No, this isn't. This sucks. I mean, still consider it, I guess, but... Our treasures aren't creatures until combat. Like, look at this. We would have had 2 creatures get the buff. Simply blink it during combat. Oh, why didn't I think of that? That sounds very high floor. I'm such an asshole. It's terrible. Yeah, but it still gives itself in the commander plus 1,000,000. What is this doing that Tempered Steel isn't doing? Like, if I'm putting like 1 billion stats on board, I want it to be 3 mana. I don't know. I don't believe in it. It's probably okay. There's a lot of okay cards you can put in your commander deck, and that sounds like one of them. Okay, maybe no Lotus Petal. Honestly, I prefer Striker Rich over that. I don't even like Striker Rich all that much, though. I'm just like Galvanic Blast. Just one red, deal 4. That feels pretty dope. Although we don't really have damage multipliers, we could probably just go for swords. Because I do just like having like cheap interaction you can kind of just weave in here and there. We already have Thraben Charm. Yes, swords. It's not exciting, but... Happy not birthday, Elk. Thank you. Orcus Goblin Cleave. Oh, you would name like... It makes a bunch of treasure. But it's like, is it better than Reaver Cleaver? It does get +2/+2. I do think it is better than Reaver Cleaver. Yeah, you would name Assassin or Construct. It would certainly be okay. I like that more than Reaver Cleaver. I still don't know if I like the idea of equipment. That's just opinion. Draw. Fetch Raucous Theater. Surveil 1. Dahada. I don't think we're fitting Dahada in the curve, are we? It might be fine, actually. I'm down for Dahada. That lets us curve out without dying. Elegant Parlor. Notice how we've been doing things on our first 2 turns just because of Surveil lands. Dispatch. Graveyard. Next turn. Okay. Oh, whoops. Next turn. Sun Willow Verge pass. Or you can play Boromir here, ban free spells. And also just have a 3/3 blocker. Then you go 1, 2, 3, 4. Dahada. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4. No legends. That's fine. We make 4 treasures. Maria's Call. Bahan. I don't think Dahada works here because of how many legends we were on. Dog. Dahada's 4 mana, make 4 treasures. What are we talking about with legends? I don't care about legends. The plus. Would you run a sorcery, Thunder Tempest, that is 4 mana, make 4 treasure tokens? Because fuckers are putting Unexpected Windfall in their deck. Depends. Does it depend on if they're 3/3 attackers? Does it depend on that? Okay, then it works. Exactly. I have an issue with being overly skeptical about cards. This is one where we were not doing that with. I've always just liked Dahada, to be fair. I don't like this design all that much either. However, it is strong. Yeah, and the plus you just put it on Vahan. Exactly. We have a few legends kicking around. That game we could have plussed on Boromir too if our Vahan got countered or something. Like there's play. There's play here even with the legendary part. The plus is good to protect Vahan. A lot of removal will find its way through an activated ability of a Planeswalker. Like, there's a gap there that's going to be answered by good removal spells that are instant speed. But it would stop, like, Winds of Abandon and sorcery speed stuff. I don't know about Chronicle here. I like Chronicle because it is legendary. I guess you would get Elish Norn. We did just have that one game where I hit it off Collector's Cage on, like, turn 5, and that shit was cracked. So I think it's fine. I think it is okay. Was that better than hitting Tempered Steel off that, though? I think you actually have an argument there. Like, I'd prefer Depth Shaker, I'd prefer Elish Norn, I'd prefer Tempered Steel, I'd prefer Salvation Engine. That's a lot of prefers over that card. There's probably something better out there, isn't there? Is Chronicle first strike? Because if Chronicle's first strike, Chronicle's going back in. It's under recent history. Yeah, it is. Yeah, no, first strike's a crazy word. This is just Mizium Mortars, but you have to tap all your creatures. Well, you have to attack with you have to skip combat. That's pretty good. Kellogg's okay. Once again, I don't want to sack treasures. I think Kellogg is a little bit too sacky treasure themed. First strike trample? Dog! No, we are not cutting Chronicle. Never mind, this is better than Temperate Steel. Off of Cage. Asterisk off of Cage. Like, Temperate Steel's just good, but would bottle. But I also, by the way, I don't know if I felt the timing for Black Market Connections. I like this with a 5-mana commander where you're able to go 3, and then next turn you cast your 5-mana commander. Here, Vahan is kind of competing at that 5-mana slot. I think it's a little problematic. Would Bottle Cap Blast work in this deck since the tokens have Vigilance? Improvise. Yeah, it's probably worthwhile. It's fine. I don't know, actually. I think that one's tough sell. I want a mana value 2 object that makes treasure. Any recommendations for value engines in a mono black control deck? It depends. It depends. I don't know what your list looks like. I'm sorry. I really just can't give suggestions blind like that. Man. Other outlaws, yeah. I mean, Horde Robber's kind of okay. It's kind of like shit Ragavan, though, so I don't know if that's even, like, worth thinking about. Oh, you know what's worth it? Is Zentarum Bandit. I like this card enough. Think of this like a Noble's Purse. It'll maybe make 2 treasures. Sometimes it only creates 1. That's fine. It blocked for a turn. Elk, any idea when a free deck review could be happening? Yeah, it's going to happen this week. That's a promise. I don't know if it's going to happen Wednesday or Thursday or Friday. It's going to happen one of those 3 days. Just stay tuned in the Discord. It'll happen during one of them. Generous Plunderer. So this turn, what you do is you play Vahan. And you swing with your menace creature and you swing with your treasure. And then next turn, you make a new treasure token. And then this turn, you go 1, 2, 3, 4. Desperate Times call for desperate measures. I do hate cracking a treasure. Grim Hireling. Swing your menace creature. Swing your vigilant hasty outlaw. Make 4 treasure tokens with Grim Hireling. Caretaker's Talent. We make another treasure. We crack that treasure to make a treasure. We draw a card. We miss our land drop. That's fine. We just keep beating you to death. Like, Grim Hireling's just stupid. Like, when my creature hits you, it makes 2 creatures. That's fucking dumb. I have an essentially empty list right now. I like Vane Witch Coven. If we're just talking in general, like, first, like, value engine in a deck, we don't know what the commander is, we don't know anything. Fucking love Vane Witch Coven. Vane Witch Coven is such an interesting card. Maul told us in his Discord to be Friday, then it's Friday. Bing! Rent is due? No, right? Because rent is due taps on your upkeep. Beginning of your end step. It's worth considering. I don't think it's that insane, but it is worth considering. I like Idol of Oblivion more. I think we already have enough advantage in that kind of department. I like Professional Facebreaker more. Like Professional Facebreaker does turn your creatures into cardboard. Oh, we were talking about you, Elk? Huh? Oh, rent is due? No, it isn't. It's the 11th. My rent's due on the 1st. Spider-Man card E? Yeah, that's why I put in considering. Do we make enough tokens per turn for Belladonna Took? Let's read Belladonna Took. Because I think the answer is no. I don't like the third times put a counter on everything. And, like, I guess, like, if we hit people with Grim Hireling on board or Professional Facebreaker on board, all those would trigger. It's worth trying. I'm not entirely confident in this card's ability, but I you know what? Let's fucking try it, right? Let's try it. Can I use mauled channel points for a deck review? No. Nuh-uh. It's because you're watching my stream that you get to use the channel points, okay? Damn, unfortunate. Holy shit, token enters. Yeah, I think Belladonna could be good here. It's worth trying. This card is worth trying. How many channel points is it? To get a free deck review, it is 45k channel points. It's limit 1 per person. We will be doing these streams kind of once a month, maybe twice a month, depending how I feel. I am very lazy, so lock in once a month, hope for 2. I'm a quarter of the way there. Yeah, just keep watching. You'll eventually get a free deck review. Even leaving me on the background. I guess just cut unexpected windfall. It's fine. Dismantling wave sighting. Yeah, I think it's good. I've gotten 5 free reviews. Yeah, that shit's insane. Yours best. Is that including the fucking the free streams I used to do when I first started doing deck reviews, like way back when, like almost 2 years ago? No. Okay, so it's 5 real deck review streams. Holy shit. How many years has Elk been streaming? I think it's been 2 years. I started my YouTube channel 2 years ago. I think it's been slightly less than 2. But we're closer to 2 than 1. Does that make sense? We're caught in the limbo between 1 and 2. I'm going to go to my live tab and I can answer your question. Because I used to just stream on YouTube. This first stream, Vintage Cube, was uploaded August 20th. Yeah, it's almost been 2 years. In 9 days, it'll be 2 years of streaming. Yeah, deck building advice is free every stream. Even if you don't agree with everything I say, you're at least going to find some cards that you find interesting. Or you can rage watch me, like some people do, I'm sure. But anyway, I think this is about good to go. I'm kind of liking this. It's been kind of curving out, kind of nice. Can we all agree here? That like every game here we've been having a pretty nice time resolving our spells and casting our objects. Here, I would not keep this hand, by the way, if you didn't have Surveil lands. 2 colorless and 1 color source. It's like, eee. But look, Arena of Glory. Next turn, Arena of Glory. Maybe like Thraben Charm, exile someone's graveyard, or blow up an enchantment like Heuristic Study or something. So, like, the guy across the table from you in Simic with the Birds of Paradise is going, sorry, guys, I fucking drew the nuts. Birds of Paradise, Heuristic Study, turn 2. You fucking Thraben Charm that at. I fucking love Thraben Charm. Anyway, turn 3. Godless Shrine. Grasp Everyone's Fate. Scalding Tarn, and then here you get Raucous Theater. And maybe last turn this turn you cast Fahan, so just to put a 3/3 body on board. Prosperous Partnership. You know, I really don't hate it. I think it's 1 turn too late, but Dink, Arena of Glory, Gold Lush Triad. Okay, this game is a little slower. We need one more mana of things in our graveyard, and we can bestow Detective's Phoenix. That's so sad. Because this turn you could go 1, 2, 3, Prosperous, and then Bestow. This is one instance where Generous Gift was better than Thraben Charm. Think about it. And then you could swing with the Prosperous Bandit. You could even do Offspring 1. Oh, it would be so fire. You'd make so many treasure tokens this turn. Do we run a Triumph? So typically when I put Surveils in a deck, I do not like Triumphs. Because what's the first thing I'm going to fetch? It's probably going to be a Surveil. How many like double, triple pip things do we have in this deck that we don't mind just cracking a treasure for? The Triumph belongs in decks that want to get like fucking Domain online. I like Triumphs there. If we're not getting Domain online, fetching for a Surveil is going to be almost always better. If we're cycling a Triumph, we're losing that game, is my opinion. That is like, we are in the red. So I might as well just build for the ceiling and not really worry about the word cycling on the card. I'd maybe put it in a cycling deck, but Triumphs are fine if you want to hit Domain fast as possible. But if we're not hitting Domain as fast as possible, we don't care about land types like that all that much. We're just doing it for fixing. I typically just run the Surveils and not the Triumph. The exception to this is Cormella, and it's just because I opened it. This card I would not have bought for this deck. Does that make sense? I thought you said you didn't want to sack treasures. What? I mean, like, in terms of, like, running a Marionette Master, I don't want to sack treasures. You know where I'm fine with sacking treasures? If we don't cast the spell this turn, we lose the game. I'm fine with sacking one treasure. That's not the game plan, though, Alec, man. Yeah, I'm fine. Like, if we're gonna, like, miss a land drop, and if we cast this 4-drop this turn, we're more likely to win than lose. I'm gonna crack a treasure to do that. The goal is, though, to crack as few treasures as possible. But we're not imposing a rule on this deck. We're like, we can never sacrifice a treasure. Like, that's just kind of silly. Elk's best opinion, fuck Triumphs. I like them in Leyline decks and in Modern and stuff. And, like, you know. I still think we have too many colorless lands. Can I just keep it, like, for real with you? Cut Tectonic Edge and put in, like, Urza's Cave. Because Urza's Cave can still blow up an opposing Glacial Chasm for a turn to kill that player. It can get Wasteland, and then it can also just get Arena of Glory or Ancient Tomb to ramp you, or like it has more modes. You could also cut a mountain for the land, the MBFC. Like maybe we don't need 2 swamps, and you do Sundering. That's not the worst suggestion I've heard. That works. Okay, great. Yeah, Urza's Cave is cool. I typically don't need more than 1 Wasteland a game. Sometimes you do, but if you do, you have Sundering Eruption. And then this also makes all of your treasures unblockable by anything other than flyers. It just gets shit through. And I like this more than a colorless land fucking up your curve, right? Because this is a red mana source. If we need more than 1 Wasteland to get some strip blocking people, I know, it's very nice. Anyway, I think this is about good to go. I'm liking the vibes here. I think I'm going to pass this off to you. I think the strongest card I've added today was Naali and Grim Hireling. These 2 4-drops are stupid. They might be so stupid that you might want to run like Lively Dirge. Because Lively Dirge has a lot of funny modes, the more I think about it. Actually, I'm locking in Lively Dirge as an inclusion. Because Lively Dirge is 5 mana Witch Enchanter. You don't like doing that, but sometimes it's necessary. Lively Dirge is 4 mana Grim Hireling. That's a lot of treasure tokens. Lively Dirge is 4 mana Naali, which is lethal sometimes. And then also Lively Dirge is 2 mana, or 3 mana rather, Entomb Detective's Phoenix to set up a haste play. And then also maybe you reanimate a creature that died earlier. Right, so you're able to still use that Entomb mode for Detective's Phoenix. And so the fact that you have a card that likes to be entombed is kind of cool as like a kicker mode for a card that just resurrects your commander or whatever. Yeah, Lively Dirge is just Black's Green Sun Zenith. That's so cool. So we're going to put that in. Maybe Illustrious Wanderglyph. It's fine. I just think we're already making treasures, like enough treasures to do everything, right? It's probably fine, but... Flesh Writher. I 4 mana, put this into play, and then pay 3 mana, get like a 4-drop creature. Like, why didn't I just get the first 4-drop creature, Maiden? Why did we just get the first 4-drop with the Lively Dirge? This is some shit where I was reviewing one of my cubes, and I was like, dude, you can use Kyor's Follower to untap their Arbor Elf so they can untap a forest. I'm like, you can just untap the forest. We're putting one step in here that doesn't need to be here. Anyway, I think this is good to go. I'm going to drop the link in chat now. Yeah, so anyway, what did we do to make this deck more survivable early turns? We put Mother of Runes in. Legitimately, that's like already 80% of the battle. Putting a creature in play on turn 1 that also like prevents a block every turn. Like this is Mazavith, if you think about it like that. It doesn't get around trample, or flying, but it's like early game that's going to save you a lot of life. Putting in just like, you know, more little cheap idiots like Selfless Spirit, Zentarum Bandit. This is going to send early attacks just kind of away. That 2/1 drops. I also talking about 2 drops too and Boromir and shit, man. Calm down. We're just nitpicking everything I say today. We just got to rip fucking Elk apart every time he opens his mouth. Giver plus Skrelv as well. I don't think you need multiple. The main thing with Giver and Skrelv is they don't block alone as well as Mom does. And if you have issues dying, Mother's the first effect of these that I want to run. It's usually the trio and not... Yeah, one of the trio is fine. The second one I'd add is Giver. Mom is always the first one I add. It depends. Skrelv is sometimes better if you have Legendary or Artifacts energy. But Mom, if I'm like dying every game on like turn 6, Mom protects herself and she also blocks like a fucking beast. It just feels like all or none. No, there's nuance. It's nuanced. I don't put all 3 in to decks. I'll do Giver, Mother, Starfield Shepherd typically is my favorite little package of cards.